Welcome back, Daily Double Pod. Big weekend this weekend in the world of horse racing at Saratoga.
Oh, yeah. August 2nd.
August 2nd, 2025, Saratoga Racecourse. We have a huge day. We have 5 stakes races.
Oh, yeah.
Going to be a beautiful day. How about weather-wise? We're looking good.
62 the low, 77 the high. Is that perfect summer weather for horse racing? Horses will look great. It's supposed to be sunny all day. There could be a little bit moisture on the track Friday and Saturday. Should dry up. Maybe the turf's a little bit off. The dirt will be fast. It's going to be a fine day to be at Saratoga.
If your horses are sweaty, you actually have a problem on this day. So it's going to be a beautiful day.
It's going to be one of the nicest days of the summer, Saturday.
Yeah, with one of the biggest race days, honestly, of the meet. I think I was reading that per dollar, I think this is the second biggest day of the meet behind the Travers Day.
Yeah.
So it's impressive. That's impressive. There's some good stuff.
Oh, yeah, right.
This is huge. All right, let's just dive right in. We're going to review a few of the races and probably spend the most time with the 4-star Dave and then ultimately the Whitney. But we have 5 stakes races for you. We'll give you some of our picks, some of our thoughts. I have all the horses pulled up here for the entries, so if you have any more info you want me to pull up, I'll do it. Let's start right away with the Saratoga Special, Grade 2. It'll probably be midway through the card. I don't have what race number it'll be yet, but it will be 6.5 furlongs on the dirt for 2-year-olds. In the race, we have 5 entries, so it's a sprint with a small field. I'll blow this up here so you can see this here.
Yeah.
So we have 5 horses. Ewing, which is sire was Nick's Go. Mark Cass, ridden by Irad Ortiz. Comport, sire was Collected. Eddie Keneally, ridden by Luis Saez. Thunder Chuck, sire was Good Magic. Love Good Magic. Jorge Delgado, ridden by Madison Olver. You know who that jockey is?
Madison was riding at Mom's Park.
Oh,
yeah. She's
beautiful.
run a few races this winter at Aqueduct.
Sick. That's awesome. Camigol, father was Neolithic. Antonio Sano, Jose Lescano.
Yeah, just won at Gulfstream.
Just won a main special weight at Gulfstream. Lescano, I need you to keep on it. You're on my fantasy team. I need some more wins. I guess there's 6 horses here. I think I said 5. Okay. Obliteration is the 5th entry. Steve Asmussen, Flavian Pratt, by Violence. So a pretty compact field of 6 horses here. What are your initial thoughts?
There are 5 horses. The 4 horses.
Oh my God! Okay, I can count.
4 horses.
They're listed 1, 2, 3, 5, 6.
Yeah, right.
There are 5 horses. I'm not going nuts.
There are 5 horses.
5 horses.
It's a pretty clean race.
Yeah.
Ewing has the rail. I saw Ewing run. He's got great gate speed.
Mm-hmm.
Irad's just going to send him early. This is not, he ain't no playing, trying to stalk or nothing. This horse should probably, break. Even if Irad doesn't break sharp, I think he goes for the lead with this horse because he knows he's got to beat Obliteration. He's got to get the jump on Obliteration. And Obliteration, I mean, they both won by multiple lengths. They both look good doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see a speed duel and if that happened, maybe outsider Thunder Chuck could maybe have a chance, but there's a high chance that one of these 2 horses is going to win the race.
I agree.
Ewing and Obliteration. Agreed?
I agree. I'm going to be singling Obliteration. Only reason being one of my favorite betting angles, especially when you're betting pick 5s and daily doubles, pick 3s and so on, is find a horse in a stakes race that has stakes experience and is running against horses that have only ever broke their maiden. I love that angle. So I'm Obliterating.
He gets a nice post.
Yeah.
It maybe gives him a better chance. If he beats the gate, he could go. And if not, he could just sit off and I mean, they're both beautiful horses. These are good looking horses.
They are. If anyone was going to catch a piece, I probably lean more towards Collected. I'm sorry, Comport. By Collected, just because, again, ran in a little minor stakes race, although he got second place. Maybe he can take another step forward. But I'm with you. You think we're on the same page here? Pretty much Obliteration, Ewing.
if Ewing beats the gate, he could win the race. If Ewing comes out a little bit off, obliteration win.
Yep. Agreed.
I think that's pretty good.
So I agree. Small field, 5-horse field. That being for the Saratoga Special Grade 2. Next one we have is the Saratoga Derby, Grade 1. Mile and 3/16 on the turf for 3-year-old males. Let's see. We have a more full field here of 9 horses. I'll take you through the horses in order, and I'll let you know who's training, who's riding the horse. Capitol Hill, ridden by John R. Velasquez, trained by Billy Mott. Juwelier, which is ridden by Umberto Rispoli, trained by Alessandro and Giuseppe Botti. We have Final Gambit, Brad Cox, trained.
Late runner.
Ridden by Flavian Pratt. Yep. Tistastic, Steve Asmussen, ridden by Joel Rosario. Test Score, Graham Motion, ridden by Manuel Franco, our guy Manny. New Century, trained by Brendan Walsh, ridden by Irad Ortiz. Hot as hell.
That's it.
Hot as hell.
Yeah.
Which has been the story of our summer. It's been hot. It has been hot as hell.
Yeah, we are superstitious too a little bit.
Yeah, trained by, looks like Jessica Harrington, ridden by Shane Foley.
Okay.
Tiberius Thunder, trained by Adrian Murray, ridden by Frankie Dettori. Maybe going to get you a dub. And then final horse rounding out the field, World Beater, by Oscar Performance. I love that pedigree. Yeah. Riley Mott, ridden by Jaime Torres. So this is a really strong field. On the morning line, hot as hell, 7-5. Interesting. I wouldn't have thought he would have been that low, but you did tell me that he's been running some bang-up races overseas, and we know how the European translate over to the American turf.
Yeah, and from what I've heard, he competed well in those races. He never got too far back. He competed really, really close up.
So hot as hell. I'm going to pull up his backtracks here. Okay, so for people interested in 7-5 on Hot as Hell, this is the horse's career. First race is 2024 May. He runs in a maiden race, runs out. Comes back in July 25th, 2024, 7 furlong turf, breaks and skips the maiden, goes right into a stakes race and wins. A lot of confidence to take the horse out of maiden, put him in the same distance on the same surface, and go right to a grade 3. Kind of wild. Yeah. He then upgrades to a 2024 Futurity Stakes, and he runs second. It's just a grade 2. Continuing on, he gets in September another grade 2, 1 mile, so he increases to the mile. He wins. He goes another mile, grade 1, the 2024 Futurity Trophy, wins. So this horse is cranking out grade 3, grade 2, grade 1 victories. His last 2 races, which would be May and July of this year, one was at a mile, one was at a mile and a quarter. One time he ran 3rd, the other time he ran 5th. So maybe a touch in over his head, but those were his first 2 races back since last year. So off a bit of a layoff, and then now he rolls in first race, second race, so his 3rd race back, and those being 2 very competitive grade 1s. Not a ton to dislike. No. Talk to me.
Well, look, it's his first race in this country. Yep. You'd hate to see him overbet and take a short price on a horse like this. You know what I mean? Yeah. Obviously, high quality, competed against good horses. He's certainly going to be a factor in this race. This is a pretty big field.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Maybe look for a little bit more value. I would include him if I was playing my big 5s and big 6s.
Yeah.
Certainly, because I respect him. But, this race got a little smell of a potential upset.
It does. Think about this, too. Horses and their distances that they like. He's run 1 time over a mile and 1/4. Ran 5th.
This is a mile and a quarter?
This is a mile and 3/16. So just about.
3/16. The turf should be in pretty good shape. Sunny that day.
So, is he a beatable favorite? I think so. Will he get overbet because of his success overseas and how the American public sort of views European horses coming over? I think so also.
Probably, but it's not like an Appleby horse or who's the trainer?
It says Mrs. John Jessica Harrington.
Yeah,
So I don't know if that's a
It's not like these are the connections. Look, Appleby was sending everything in to win.
yeah.
It's not like these connections are people are gonna go wild.
Yeah.
But
That's a good point.
it is a European horse going far. European horses that race far compete well in this country.
True.
Anything, even at a mile, they compete well. But they're superior and whatnot.
So what do you think about the hometown horse test score? Morning line 7-2, just came off of a win at the Belmont Derby. And the Belmont Derby was, I'll tell you exactly when that was. That was July 4th. So he's getting almost 1 full month in between races. And that day, mile and an eighth Belmont Derby, he wins. He has yet to run further than a mile and an eighth. Does that worry you at all?
It doesn't. It doesn't. But I would say this.
It does not?
I played that race.
Yeah.
And at the top of the lane, you wouldn't have necessarily thought that Test Score was going to win that race. Then come down the stretch a little bit. All of a sudden, the horse just takes off, really dug in, won the race by like 3-4 lengths. It was a real nice victory. To come back a month and to completely duplicate that might be asking a lot.
Yeah.
I think he'll be competitive, but I think we might need some coverage in this race. I think this race is open for interpretation.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think you're right. I am actually a little bit more concerned with horses that haven't run that extra little bit of distance. What would that be? An extra 16th of a mile?
Yeah.
I guess it's not that serious, but he still hasn't done it yet. So, but
Hey, Josh, who does Chad have in this race?
Chadley Brown has, please hold. Okay, just wanted to do a double check because I don't want to sound like a wild boy, but a turf race, grade 1, no entry.
Whoa.
Isn't that odd?
You got your glasses on?
That's what I'm saying.
What happened?
No entry.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
That's interesting. He always has horses for...
Yeah, because Flavian's riding a Brad Cox horse, Final Gambit, 6-1,
Well, you know what?
morning line.
Remember, Final Gambit made a big run in the Derby, and I ran fourth, made a big run. Then he ran in the test score race, and he ran late. He put in a run down the lane. I mean, test score won it pretty easy.
Yeah.
So, some people think the Final Gambit is on the improve. I certainly respect him, but I ain't going crazy.
No, I'm with you. So, you know what this race screams to me? It screams to me one of those races that hot as hell will get bet down pretty low. And on the day of these horses stabled in the United States, I think this feels like more of a feel race and a looks edge race for me. See which horse looks light, looks floaty on the day, clean, no sweat, and looks like they're going to run a good race and go that route. There's not a ton of form here for me.
I mean, and you know what? If I'm playing pick fives, and I will play a pick five because look, we got some clear cut horses that we like. This race, I would take a little bit of coverage. I don't know who. I might take that other horse you mentioned, the 2 horse. I think he's a little bit off of a layoff. What's his name?
Who you reckon? Juelier?
I think he's got some credentials, but he hasn't run in a while. When did he run last?
Says he ran here in May.
May?
Yeah.
Where'd he finish?
Finished 4th or 5th at a mile and a quarter on the turf. I don't have it. There's not a ton of information on his races otherwise here, so I don't know. But a horse like that could step up. We've seen that happen.
I put another European horse in the mix.
Yeah.
I got no problem putting another European horse.
Yeah, agreed.
But the other horses I think are just all right. I mean, Test Score beat a few of them already. I mean,
why couldn't he go out and do it again? How about World Beater? World Beater just jumped off the page. World Beater looks like he runs. Yeah, he breaks his maiden at Gulfstream Park at a 7.5 furlongs on the turf. That was February of this year.
keep going.
Then he goes, where does he go? I'm sorry, January, February, March, April of this year, he breaks his maiden special weight, mile and 1/16 at Keeneland. Then after that, he goes into 2025 Audubon Stakes, mile and an eighth, wins. And then he goes to the Belmont Derby in July and gets second. So
What do you go?
the test score.
Oh,
So he's broken his maiden. Then he wins the Audubon, which is a small stakes, not graded, at a mile and an eighth. Then he runs another mile and an eighth race and just loses to test score. He feels like a horse.
How many did test score win?
It doesn't say right here. It doesn't say.
I played the race. He won by at least 2 1/4.
You thought so? That much?
I thought it was that much. And I wouldn't say test score was just holding on. He was kind of running away from it.
Right.
So, you know what? I might just stay with maybe the 2 European horses in test score. You know.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a peek here and walk you through it.
Yeah.
We're watching the coming around the turn of the Belmont Derby. So looks like we have 2 horses, Tank and New Century, on the front end. Tank, the 1, pulls away just a little bit. Test score, the 5, ranges up outside, 3 wide. He still doesn't look like a guaranteed winner here. He's fighting with the number 3 horse, Luther. Who's the 7 making this big move? Is this the horse we're talking about?
Yeah,
it is World Beater. World Beater with a big move. You're right.
Doesn't the 5 win in hand?
He does win very comfortably, but he never really exploded. But he kind of won comfortably. I can't lie.
I thought he won comfortably. I think
he did.
That margin of victory,
it could be a test score race. Test score race.
Test score with you.
Yeah.
The Europeans with the test score.
I'm with you.
I mean,
all right. I'm going to go test score as well. So we have our third race of the day, third stakes race of the day.
What's that?
Is the test. I love this race. 7 furlongs on the dirt, grade 1. This field is really fun. It's 8 horses. The longest odd of the 8 horses of the morning line odds is 20-1. Every single other horse is 10-1 or below. Okay. So it's like this is competitive as hell.
Yeah, right.
So we'll take you through it. Number 1, Ragtime by Union Rags, Billy Mott, Jr. Alvarado. It's a duo that's firing on all cylinders right now.
2 in a row, but they weren't
lower level,
but likes the track, and I believe is a speed type.
Yep, I think you're right. Kill Win by Twirling Candy, George R. Arnold, ridden by Jose Ortiz. 2.
What did he do recently?
Looks like he just won a race at Lone Star, maybe, or something like that. The 2025 Leslie's Ladies Overnight. Maybe I don't have to say.
Okay,
but we can look it up. Look Forward, Bolt d'Oro, Mike McCarthy, Umberto Rispoli. Again, a popular combination. We have Alvarado and Billy Mott on the 1 versus McCarthy and Rispoli on the 3. It's a sovereignty and journalism connection. Cash Call, a McKinsey. So you know this horse is fast. Bob Baffert, Flavian Pratt.
He's good. Beyer was an 89 last time.
Okay.
I watched the replay. I thought it was functional. I didn't get the impression like this was some kind of champion. I think Bobby knows that this probably is a relatively weak rendition of the test. There's nobody coming into this like a Ways and Means or somebody who you think is
far and away the best.
Yeah, I think it's relatively open. Yeah. But nonetheless, he won at 2 turns. He's shortening up.
Yeah, he did. Number 5, Me and Molly McGee.
Oh, that's the speed horse.
Peter Urton, Frankie Dettori.
Yeah, she's fast. She'll make the lead. I'm not sure about her ability to hold on though.
Okay. Echo Sound. In Echo Town, George R. Arnold, Luis Saez, George's second horse in the race.
Yeah. That's a good horse.
That is a good horse. He just won the victory ride.
And he won pretty easy. There again, I mean, he's running against tougher company now, but he likes the track, and I think he's won 2 in a row.
Yeah. We have the 7, Artisma, Richard Baltus here, John R. Vasquez in the irons, 20-1 morning line. Just ran an allowance race at Churchill Downs and ran second, so kind of up against it.
Yeah.
from all things point to that.
Yeah, right.
Beauty Reigns and into mischief. Billy Mott, Irad Ortiz. So we have a few here. Who should we take a little bit of a deeper dive into?
Well,
Let's see where I want to see where Kilwin won their last race.
said Churchill.
Churchill Downs, the Leslie's Lady overnight. Geez, I said Lone Star. Yeah, that was Churchill Downs. And that was also 7 furlongs. Beats Vodka with a Twist and Evanescence. But before that, lost 3 in a row, all of which on the turf. So that looked like his first changeover to the dirt at the 7 furlong distance, and he wins.
Well, what did he do? Come off the pace?
I believe so. From the trip notes here, I believe so.
He's never run at Saratoga. I mean, the question is, if we think this is just an average field,
Yes.
then you've got to take everybody a little bit into consideration.
Agreed. So we have none other than Ragtime. Ragtime, 4-1 in the morning line. Billy Mott, Junior Alvarado. Let's see what happens here. He runs 2 races. One was on June 6th, a maiden special weight, wins. Then he runs again, July 5th, allowance race, boom, wins. Cummins in off 2, knows Beyer speed figures are improving, pointing to this race. Run 2 times at 7 furlongs, has flourished at 7. Do you think this horse is good enough to take another step forward in the grade 1?
Well, you know what? If this horse could show enough speed to get into contention, I think the Molly McGee horse gets the lead. If this horse breaks alertly enough, we're getting Irad. Am I right?
Junior Alvarado.
Oh, to June. All right. If he breaks alertly and he's sitting in that nice second slot, right behind a horse that's been quitting a little bit, he could be the first horse to pounce and to get in that proper spot.
Does it scare you at all 7 furlong distance with your horse on the rail?
It does if he's got to be back 4 or 5 lengths with other horses surrounding him, because now you need a horse with a little experience.
Yep.
Who's a strong horse who could maybe maneuver into different positions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true. Who else here really gives me the feel that he's going to run a good race?
That's it. At the track, we just don't know if he's going to be able to handle the quality. Now, we don't really know the buyers on all these, do we?
No, they don't have the buyers.
Like I said, the 4 horses shipping in, I wasn't impressed on watching the replay.
Yeah, the cash call horse.
I mean, but nonetheless, maybe this is an average field.
Yeah. Let me give you a little bit of a backtrack feel on Echo Sound. Echo Sound breaks maiden last year in August, comes back in September, wins an allowance race, comes back after that in October, end of October, wins a stakes race. Those were all at 6 furlongs.
Okay.
This race Saturday, 7 furlongs.
First time going 7.
So, correct. 6.5 furlongs. He goes in November of last year. His first loss comes in second. Takes a little bit of time off, comes back this year in May. First race back, grade 3 at Pimlico, the Miss Preakness, so probably on Preakness Day or the day before.
Right.
And wins at 6. Pushes up to 6.5, probably saying, okay, we need to test the horse just a little bit to see where the best distance is, or maybe this turned out to be just a great race for Echo Sound. Runs in the Victory Ride here on July 3rd at Saratoga and wins. Nice. So that's a really, really...
Louis,
I believe so. Yep, let me get back here, but I believe so. Louis Saez, George R. Arnold. I think this is my pick.
Wins at 6.5. So the horse is maturing. Yeah. Doesn't look like he needs the lead. Looks like it's in stalkability.
Yep.
And I think we got to keep him in. I mean, look, it seems to me like Ragtime and Echo Sound are the horses at the track moving up a bit, but who are probably running some of the best races. I got to keep them both in. Question is, who do we take? Who else do we throw in? Because it doesn't look like we can go with Artisma. And who's the horse beyond Artisma?
That would be Beauty Reigns, 6-1 morning line. Billy Mott, Irad Ortiz just ran in the victory ride and came in second.
Okay.
So the victory ride would have been this race. Got beat by Echo Sound. Yeah.
So we know Echo Sound is better.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So now what are we left with? We're left with 2 and the 3. And we have to be able to think which one of those horses is potentially a pressing, and could improve.
I probably lean towards Look Forward, the Boltioro. I think the great running in that really, really tough grade 1 last time out, the Acorn, and getting second place there.
Yeah, that's pretty
impresses me a bit. I think I lean maybe a little bit towards the Boltioro horse.
That's pretty good.
So yeah, just loses to Lucara, obviously a good horse.
That's
won the 8 bells at 7 furlongs before that, the race just before that. Yeah, I think that horse makes sense. I think Look Forward's a real player, Echo Sound's a real player, and then Ragtime moving up and improving as we go.
Yeah, no, like I said, if I'm playing the pick 5,
yep.
I mean, I'll look closer, but I would certainly include those horses, and maybe I'll even throw in Kilwin, and I might need a spread in this race.
Could be a spread. Could be a spread race. That is the test. A tough race.
Personal, they got that there.
You know what? I don't know that I'm seeing it. How much do you think it is?
Test used to be a good 500.
That's exact number that I had in my head as well. But yeah, we'll have to look it up after. I don't see it. All right. So that takes us to 2 races to go.
Was that 4-star Dave?
The 4-star Dave, which is so sick. And then ultimately the Whitney.
Dave, we're gonna let it fly on that one, man.
Yeah, this is wild. There's another race where you just have a few horses outside of 10-1. Everyone else in here with a chance. I'll give you the field. Cugino, My Boy Prince, Johannes, Think Big, Win for the Money, Intellect, Spirit of St. Louis, Deterministic, Laginos, and Neat. So I want you to tell me, why shouldn't I just take Deterministic, single him in this sequence right here, and move on to the Whitney?
I'm going to give it to you direct.
Yep.
Deterministic. Now remember, this race is 1 mile.
1 mile, yes.
That's the reason. Deterministic has won his last couple races on the lead, going a 1.125 miles, going further distances.
Right. True.
The pace of a mile race will always be quicker than a 1.125 mile race.
Mm-hmm.
So now, Deterministic, Carmucci's gotten his horse comfortable on the lead. For him to make the lead here, he's going to have to go faster. If he doesn't make the lead, he's going to have to stalk and show another dimension. That would be his knock. Is this a high-quality horse? Sure it is. But he's going to have to show another dimension. I don't think he's going to make the lead clean. But I think he'll be in the top 3,
I like it. I think as I go through, I see 2 races. He does have 2 races at a mile in his form cycle, which is where I get to see his last 10 races. And he has a win at a mile in the grade 3 Gotham, and then a second place in the Manila.
Well,
both.
The Gotham was on the dirt, though.
Oof, good call. And then you're right. You're absolutely right. And then the Manila is on the turf. He runs second to Neat, horse in this race. So
Neat beat him.
Yeah, Neat beat him in that.
Oh my!
In that spot. So yes, it's a good point. I guess I'm just a Deterministic fan, and I'm actually really a fan of that name. Like, I think that's a sick name for a racehorse. Yeah. So I'm a fan of Deterministic. I'm a fan of the Clement stable, and obviously we always root for Kendrick Carmouche. I think if the horse comes out and looks the part, it still could be a race where I play something to win on Deterministic, maybe win in place, because he should dictate the race from the front end.
I think he'll compete.
Yeah.
I just don't know. We can't really see the exact figures.
No, but who scares you a bit?
Remember, when horses go a mile, almost at most tracks, there's in a field this big, there's going to be a few horses going after it early.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to. It's a mile. You got to get in position. This isn't lay back. Mile races are usually won by speed impressors.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's a good point. I mean, so who do you think
Well,
could?
you know what? First of all, Think Big ran the strangest race. Think Big had won like 3 5.5 furlong races in a row. Then he got beat, he got blocked, and then they stretched him out.
Yeah,
They stretched him out, and the first time stretched out,
kind of went nuts.
he's rated, he waits for a spot, he goes through the hole, and he wins the race. He beats Intellect, and I forgot who else he beat in that race, but he kind of proved that he was better than those horses. Now, if you win 3 5.5 furlong races, you got to turn a foot. So I would not rule out Think Big. Maybe this horse is versatile. I mean, he do it. Was it the Jaipur?
Yeah, he just won the Kelso, which was the mile, the one you're referencing. He
Right.
won the Jaipur, which I have pulled up for us here, just because I like to see. We're going to watch the race now, the 5.5 furlong Jaipur.
Was this the one he lost?
I believe. Oh, he does lose
Yeah,
this
well,
race
this is
to
the race
AG
where-
Bullet.
Yeah, this is the race where he's stuck in the back, and he didn't get a good trip
Yeah,
because I put him in that day.
yeah, I see what you're
He's
saying.
in the back. He never got much chance to run, and he never really competed in this race.
See, he makes any
Look how
move at all.
fast this
Coming
horse
around the turn, 5.5 furlongs, you don't really have enough time to make
No.
any moves at all.
But he had made it at those other tracks.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at AG Bullet.
AG Bullet running big. Now, is this, let's see who this is here coming. That's Arzak. That's not even the horse we're worried about just yet.
No.
So, yeah, he did not run a good race there.
And then they stretch him out, and he just, he's hanging out in the middle of the track, in the middle of the race, and he just takes off at the end.
Yeah.
And he beats, like I said, he beat Intellect, and he beat
Intellect. He beat Win for the Money last time out at a mile. It's interesting.
So I would think I would take him over those horses again.
I think you're right.
And what about Johannes? What do we know about Johannes? Can you find out?
Johannes, I'm interested in as
What
well.
do we got?
Johannes went on a stretch where in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 races, he won 8.
Ooh.
That's pretty wild.
Where at? What tracks?
He was running
Europe?
all on the West Coast.
West Coast.
The entirety of West Coast. So that's a little bit of a deterrent. Never having run at Saratoga. I don't love that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so interestingly enough, distance-wise, he's dominant. He 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm seeing 5 races at a mile in this last form cycle for Johannes, and he's won 4 out of 5. One of them was a second place finish, and that was in the Breeders' Cup Mile this past year, 2024. So this horse actually could be ready if. Here's a knock. Hasn't run since December.
December?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
So that's a knock, and have never run at Saratoga. That's a knock. 5-2 morning line. This actually could be a horse that's a good bet against for those factors.
Bring him back. Race like this.
I hate when this happens because it completely messes up the handicapping, because if the horse runs 103 and wins the race easy, you go, oh, I guess he had the back class to do it. And then if the horse runs 7th, you go, well, I guess he could have run 7th. He hasn't done it.
I know. Well, there's nothing you can do about that. That's the beauty of horse racing. There's no one set formula that works consistently.
I know, but God forbid.
But I'm not crazy usually about California shippers to the East Coast. I don't think that their turf. I mean, they've gotten better, but usually their turf horses don't run as well as these.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I still lean towards deterministic here. I know that there's a chance that somebody goes and runs with him and burns his ass, and then he can't run the race we need him to run. I'm going deterministic here in this race.
I find that interesting. What about, we didn't talk about Spirit of St. Louis.
Sure.
Yeah. Spirit of St. Louis is Chad's horse.
Yep.
The horse is overachieved. He's a New York bred. He's won at multiple distances, at multiple tracks. I think his last race was a bit dull. And now he brings him back to a mile. And who's riding him? Manny Franco?
Spirit of St. Louis will be ridden by Manuel Franco.
Okay, Manny Franco.
Yep.
The horse is really extraordinarily consistent.
Yes.
So you know what? If the race has a pace, because he doesn't want the lead.
No,
This horse
no.
likes to make a move.
He
If
does.
this race, falls apart at all,
He could pick up.
yeah. I mean, I don't think you can leave him out. He's run good at the track.
He has. I mean, he had a stretch too last year. Between April and July, he ran in 3 stakes races, all on the turf. The Dangerous Howl, the Kingston. Oh, to Kingston went to the dirt, and the Hudson Valley. He wins all 3. So mile, he's no stranger to a mile. He lost a race at Keeneland to Carl Spackler. That's no bag. That's a great horse.
Win this race.
He would win this race, absolutely. So then let's just take it to this year, because he had a layoff since last October. Come this year, he goes right to the Pegasus Invitational at the end. He hadn't run since October. He goes to the Pegasus at the beginning of 2025, 1.125 miles on the turf, and wins, which is wild. He then goes and builds off that. He comes back in March and runs in the Muniz Memorial Classic. Yeah, Fairgrounds.
That's when that 83-1 shot won the race.
I believe you're right. I better be blessed. I'd rather be blessed, something like that.
One word, number 11. I saw that race.
I can. Yep. And he runs 4th that day. So then he goes and he runs at Churchill Downs, goes back and goes to Turf Classic, 1.125 miles again, and wins. And then he folds that into a Saratoga appearance in June, where he runs 1.125 miles on the turf, a good turf that day, loses to Deterministic. So
they say
it doesn't say.
All right.
It doesn't say what was that here.
You know what? That
He ran 6th that day, so he lost by a decent amount.
There again, is Deterministic a one-dimensional horse? Does he need to relax on the lead to run his best race?
True.
That's the
So
question.
we're looking back right now with you guys at the not the 4-star Dave, the Manhattan Stakes, where on this day they go 1.125 miles, right? And Deterministic gets the lead on this day at 1.125 miles. He gets the lead in 23.69, 23 and just over 3 fifth seconds. He's settled. He's not pressed. Spirit of St. Louis, I don't know what number it is, but he's back here. I kind of know what he looks like, but we'll wait and see. I don't know what number he is. But Deterministic has the race all to himself. He gets the second quarter.
Look at the second quarter, Josh.
48-2.
That's 23 and change and a 24 and change. So
it is 1.125 miles, though.
That's what I'm saying. But that made it so he could stay on the lead.
Definitely.
They're not. These horses are going to go fast. I think these horses should be going fast.
Yeah, I would think too, because right now, as you watch Kendrick Carmouche corner right now, this horse is still loaded. And the nine's running a big race, which Farbridge is digging in here around the turn. Farbridge is digging in. He switched leads. He's digging. And he's not even making up ground on Deterministic. Yeah. Maybe a little bit here. Integration, making a late move to get into the picture. But to this point,
these are good horses. They start running at him.
They do start picking him up here towards the end.
The next jump integration.
Interesting. You're right. You're absolutely right. But again, are we dealing with a horse in Deterministic, not to keep coming back to him, who sort of doesn't want 1.125 miles? You know what I mean? I don't think he wants 1.125 miles.
You know what? Probably not.
Yeah.
But he's a big horse,
He is big. Kendrick with a really dogged ride there too, man. That's fun. That's fun.
He kept him going. He kept it going. I'm just.
What's your gut saying?
I'm just curious. I don't know the exact speed numbers for all these horses, but if somebody runs with them early, then Moochie's going to have to show a little patience. He might have to stall. Question is, can this horse stalk and win? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. Integration's not in this race, and Farbridge isn't in this race. Either one of those horses could probably win this race. Those are high-quality horses.
Those are good horses.
I mean, look. We were talking about who? Think Big. Who was the horse that we were mentioning? I mean,
Think Big.
Maybe Think Big didn't beat anybody that day. Maybe Intellect isn't that good.
Right.
Who else was in that race? I mean, maybe that was a weak group.
Yeah.
So maybe Deterministic comes out of better groups. We know Leganos runs late.
Yeah. Yep. 20-1 morning line, Lagunos.
And you're not getting who's riding him, Rosario?
Yes.
Yeah, because who's Flavian on?
Flav goes to Intellect.
Yeah, now
Chad
Intellect
Brown.
went off the favorite and got beat by Think Big.
Yeah, he did.
Last time they ran. And, so the two, is he ready? Who else is ready? Is anybody else getting to play?
Morning line favorite is Johannes, which is the Nyquist we talked about.
Right.
5-2.
He's still since December and hasn't run here.
Yeah, I don't buy into the Johannes. I don't love the New York shippers that never run here and come off a layoff. If you beat me, you beat me. I usually don't love that angle unless they look like $1 million bucks.
You know what? If I'm playing my pick fives and pick sixes,
Yes,
I'm probably going to put in Johannes, Think Big, Spirit of St. Louis, and Deterministic.
those four.
I might take a 4-pack. I got a couple closers, stalkers. I think I should be in pretty good shape with that. But you know what? It's a pretty interesting field.
It is.
Because I'm not sure how it unfolds. These races, who gets checked, who runs hard. I want to see what happens in that. But I think we got 4 good horses.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Good horses.
So that's our overview.
You got Deterministic.
I got Deterministic. I'm pretty dialed in, feeling he's going to run a big race.
Horse.
He is, man. He is. He's a brute. All right. The main event, if you will. John Jones versus Stipe Miocic.
Yeah, this is an interesting race.
Okay. So we're going to talk about the main event of the day, which is the Whitney.
Right.
Whitney is obviously a grade 1. I don't know. The grade 1 $1 million Whitney. This is huge. This race is huge. Holy crap. Okay. We know Mind Frame is scratched, so we are not.
Oh, we do.
Mind Frame will be scratched. Yep.
Yeah, but we should talk about why he's scratched because
Yep.
Rapoli owns Fierceness and Mind Frame. I think he wants to run Mind Frame in the Jockey Gold Cup in a few.
Right.
I don't think he wants to compete his 2 champions against each other. Why would you do that? So we get Mind Frame out of the race, and Mind Frame had a good chance to win the race.
I would have been comfortable singling Mind Frame in the Whitney if he was running in this leg, I think.
I certainly would have. I think he would have had a shot. That's for sure.
Definitely. So we have Mind Frame more than likely out. I'll take you through the rest of the field. We have 9 horses otherwise. I like a long shot in this race. I'm going to be taking a chance with a long shot here.
You are?
Yep. So we have Skippy Longstocking, 10-1 morning line, Exaggerator, Joey Safi Joseph, ridden by Jose Ortiz.
Okay. Fine horse.
Talk to me. Yeah, let's go one at a time.
He's won plenty of money. He hasn't been able to handle the grade 1s. Every time he's been in a grade 1, he loses by 6 or 7 lengths.
Yep.
He's handled some really nice grade 2s and grade 3s. I've had him a few times at Tampa, Charlestown. This is a little bit too much for him. Maybe 3rd or 4th the best. He won't win this race.
Completely agree. Number 3, Highland Falls. 8-1 morning line, Curlin. Brad Cox, ridden by Luis Saez.
Yeah.
Give me your take.
Last year, he won a big race at this track. He upset Arthur's Ride. But I was there at the track for that race. He got a sort of a perfect trip stalking and took over the race. I think this is a much more competitive race. And if I'm not mistaken, is he away a while now? Do they say if he's away?
I can find out. I can for sure find out.
See if you can find out.
Skippy Longstocking's last race was in May 26th.
And how about Highland Falls?
Let's see here. Highland Falls.
What was his next race?
Let me pull it up. Oh, geez. Goodness gracious. Highland Falls' last race was in June.
June? Where at?
Allowance optional claiming at Aqueduct.
Okay. It's allowance optional claiming.
He did win.
That's not, on his best day, it seemed like he might have a chance to compete. Can't put him in the same class as a Fierce,
Neither can I.
So, I I respect him a little bit, but who's next?
Next is the number 4, Mama's Gold, 50-1. Boltioro, James Ferrero, Romero, Ramsey, Marat.
I'm not sure what they're thinking.
50-1 morning line.
Yeah,
just throwing him in for a stab.
Yeah.
Not in this lifetime.
No.
Okay, here we go. Now things get interesting. People like this horse a lot. 2-1, Sierra Leone, the gun runner, trained by Chad Brown, ridden by Flavian Pratt. Here's the thing I keep hearing online. More speed to run into for Mr. Sierra Leone. Does that speed give him a chance in that it sets the race up for him to make a move and be dangerous at the end? I think he runs a better race, but he does not scream. This race doesn't scream a setup for a winning race for Sierra Leone. What's your take on Sierra?
I'm in the middle, and I'll tell you why. The information I heard today when Peter Brandt bought, what's the 8 horse's name? When he bought the 8 horse?
Contrary Thinking.
All right. Peter Brandt buys Contrary Thinking.
Yes.
Puts him in the race to ensure like a 46-4 pace. This is a rabbit. And, we haven't seen this happen too much lately, but it used to happen in the past a lot. So he knows that Sierra Leone runs better when the race is faster. So he wants to ensure that this horse creates the pace. So the 8 horse creates the pace. That sets it up a little bit for him.
Mm-hmm.
I would give him a chance. I don't love his races at Saratoga. He disappointed us a few times. He ran second and third a few times, but he really didn't get to the wire. You know?
I know.
I think his race against Mindframe was pretty nice, though.
Yeah.
The last time out, he was running well.
It was.
So I'm going to keep him in only because they're going to go out of their way to make this a speed race.
True. True. Gives him a chance. I definitely think he has a better chance than I have seen him in the past. I guess
he owes me money, though.
He owes a lot of us money. I just don't love deep out of the cloud closing Silky Sullivan moves, and Sierra Leone just fits that description to a T. And I just can't. I can't deal with this horse.
Yeah, I know.
Number 6, 15-1, Disarm. Gun Runner, Steve Asmussen, Joel Rosario. What's your thoughts on Disarm?
Much time entering this horses in races that he hasn't really competed in. I mean, what's he run? What's the best that you got up there?
I mean, he has 2 wins in his last 10 races, and they both come in allowance optional claiming.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, people. This is a good horse, but he doesn't belong in the race. I mean, no offense, but he really doesn't. Concur. All right, here's where things get a little fun. I've seen some back and forth on the and only Gray Ghost White Abario.
Nice, yeah.
4-1. Safi Joseph Irad Ortiz has $7 million in earnings, which is a shit ton, but it's primarily because he's won some races down in Breeders' Cup. And didn't he run like the Pegasus? Yeah, there you go. He seems to me to be like a horse that people wouldn't be surprised if he won and wouldn't be surprised if he ran 4th. He kind of has that breakout potential. I don't know if he's ready to run his best right now, but it feels kind of like if he is, why can't he run with fierceness?
Well, you know what? I just think his last race in that mile race, obviously it wasn't a good position for him because it was a fast race.
Yep, agreed.
But he didn't really compete.
No, he didn't.
And I think Just a Touch might have almost beat him for 3rd. And Just a Touch came back to flop. I think he runs good and bad. He goes into spells. I think he could run an even 4th. I'm just not getting the feeling like this horse is ready to explode. It's just my instinct.
Okay, that's fair. I think he runs. I think 3rd is where I would put him. I think 4th makes sense too, but I always like rooting for the white Abario.
On him,
and
yeah. And this is a good distance for him. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
So the thing that might be good for him is that with that speed in the race, that might take a few of those speed horses out of the mix because this horse is not going to go for the lead. Maybe he's running around 4th and 5th. Maybe he gets, like you're saying, he makes a move. I just don't know if he could repel the late charge of Sierra Leone or the incredible stalk speed of Fierceness, who I think are the best.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think he's interesting, and I think if he's in your exotics, if he's in your vertical wagers, I think it's a good move. So
Right
it'll
on.
be fun. It'll be fun to
You're going
see.
to get a nice price. What can it be? 5-1?
Yeah, 5-1. It feels right. He's 4-1 morning line. I think that goes up a little bit. 9-2, 5-1. The 8-horse contrary thinking 50-1 into mischief. Chad Brown, Dylan Davis has only run twice. Net earned $100,000. Another one where we talked about it. He's really in this race for one reason and one reason alone. It's go as fast as you can and set this race up for Sierra Leone. He'll do what he can. You heard my dad call him a rabbit. That is paying tribute to, well, I mean, how did we come up with the term rabbit?
Well,
actually,
rabbits can go fast, but they don't go far.
Yeah.
It's sort of like those other creatures. What is that fastest?
The cheetah.
They can go fast for about 50 yards, but then they got to rest for 4 days.
Yeah. True. True.
So, I mean, this is all a move just to ensure that no one gets an easy pace. And horses are good. Some horses will be infected. Some horses may not be.
True. Okay. Fierceness, 9-5, City of Light, Todd P. John R. Velasquez.
You know what, Josh? I don't really mind his last race. He got beat by a horse. I think the horse might be hurt right now from what I read. But the horse that beat him.
Yeah, Raging Torrent. The mile.
Really ran
a bang-up race.
And he just kind of ran away from him, sprinted away from him. I think the horse's better efforts are at 1.1 1/8. Preferably 1.1 1/8. This might be his best distance.
It very well could be.
And I think Johnny going to put him in the stalk position and, should be outside running fourth. And I think he's going to run a good race.
I do too. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't. And then really why I like him is if you have fierceness and, geez, his name just escaped me, and you have mind frame and you are the Rapoli barn, right? And you say to yourself, we'll save mind frame for that one. You don't take mind frame out of the race knowing fierceness doesn't have a good chance. No. That doesn't make sense.
No. If he thought that was the case, he would let mind frame in and scratch fierceness.
Right, and flipped it and see if he improves a little bit to go to the next one. So
they don't have any workouts there or do anything.
I don't see the. I can check. Actually, they may show it.
Sharp on the works.
So it looks like he worked 5 furlongs.
In what?
He worked, so a month ago, he worked 4 furlongs on July 4th in 48-3. He worked 5 furlongs on July 11th in 101-3.
Okay.
5 furlongs on July 18th, 101-3. Okay. And then his most recent workout was 4 days ago. He went 4 furlongs in 49-2.
Okay. Well,
those are toning works. Those aren't blistering works.
You know what I find to be totally interesting?
Yeah.
D. Wayne Lucas passed away this year.
Yep.
D. Wayne Lucas, he, tons and tons of winners. Todd Pletcher worked for him. All these guys worked for him. I was always amazed that D. Wayne Lucas's horses always had 49s. He probably went out and said to the guy, I want you to work at 49. And I don't know why. And I remember my friend Timmy in Florida. He was working for somebody. And he said, I can't understand how Lucas does this with every horse and gets them to perform. And I always found that interesting, that my friend Timmy was a good horseman. He said that it didn't totally make sense. Well, the record speaks for itself for all the winners that these guys have. So, like you're saying, it's probably good maintenance work. It probably puts the horse right in the range to reach his potential. He doesn't overdo it and come in muscle sore from a workout. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I agree.
But he should run it. He doesn't need the lead. He's proven the last few times he didn't need the lead to win.
True.
And he won the Travers year last year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what are we going to do? Cry in our soup because he got beat by Raging Torrent? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't.
I mean, it's a mile,
Yeah, agreed. Ah, man, there's really nothing. There's really nothing bad to say.
You know that Secretariat was beaten in the Whitney in 1973
By who?
by Onion. I think it was Onion, trained by
Or
I'm pretty
Onion?
sure it was Onion.
Or
Oh,
Upset?
wait a minute. It was either Onion or Prove Out. He was beaten twice by H. Allen Jerkins at Saratoga. Once by Prove Out, once by Onion. And
Pretty cool.
and one time I think he had a fever, and one other time the horse ran a huge number to beat it and whatnot. So I mean, yeah, horses can run big numbers.
True.
I'm not getting the feeling like who's coming into this race ready to run a huge number. I don't, you know what I mean? That's probably why we're settling in on. Well, you like White Barrio a bit. That's probably one of the reasons why we're settling in on the two horses that have dominated. I mean,
Oh, I haven't given my horse yet.
no, I know, it ain't post time. I know that.
My winner for the Whitney Grade 1 is post time.
No, it ain't.
Yep.
No.
Post time. 12-1 morning line. Fierceness loves. You know what? Fierceness loves to win, right?
Win.
But you know what? The only thing Fierceness loves to do more than win is lug out 17 lengths in the stretch and let somebody come nail him, and he just gets a little pea-hearted in the stretch. So who can take Fierceness into deep waters and force Fierceness to be driving around like he's on a NASCAR track? One horse. Post time.
A good what?
Post time.
When was the last time you ran a good race?
Post time just ran a mile and an eighth, which is today's distance. The deputy, the what is this? The deputed testimony stakes deputed. Thank you, deputed at Laurel. So not the best race, but he wins. Okay, in his career, if you go through his history, you go through every race this horse has ever run. He's never finished worse than third, ever. There's not a race on this thing.
Grade 1.
So he ran in the 2024 Metropolitan Grade 1 at Saratoga, 1 mile, and the Whitney last year, Saratoga, 1 1/8. In the Whitney, third last year.
All right.
In the Metropolitan, second at the mile, both Grade 1s.
Who did you lose to? Matt Mile.
Matt Mile last year, he lost to National Treasure, great horse.
Okay.
And then in the Whitney last year, he lost to Arthur's Ride and Croupi. Those are two bang-up horses as well.
Right.
So what I see now out of this horse is one that's supremely consistent, one that has proved this distance is great for him, and going to get a pace set up because I did some research prior to. He's not always, he doesn't want to be on the lead. He doesn't want to be 9 off, but he wants to be in the mid-pack, and he likes to pounce. We're getting a rabbit placed into the race by Chad Brown just to sit there and look at the field and say, I'm going to go out way too fast and set it up for my dog Sierra Leone way in the back. I don't think Sierra Leone gets there. I think it forces Fierceness to run a little faster, a little bit earlier in the race than he would like to, and I think it sets up perfectly for post time at probably 12, 13, 14 to 1 to upset this field by Frosted, trained by Brittany Russell, ridden by, what's the other Russell? Sheldon Russell. Now, what's the relation between them two? I mean, who you want? You know what I mean? You're going to ride hard for your wife or not? I mean, come on.
Well,
what's your take? What do you think?
I think it's totally interesting. I think it's a fun call. I mean, I hope you aren't betting more than $20. But nonetheless, it's a fun call because there is a rabbit in the race. So it could set up for a closer. We have been disappointed with Sierra Leone. So if you were to come up with somebody, I could see the possibilities. He never struck me in post parades as being a champion, but that was just my personal preference of horseflesh. But you know what? Like you said, he does try in these races, and what the heck? There's got to be an upset somewhere. So I give you kudos for taking a pop.
That's all that I'd like to do here is take a chance. I think if I was playing on the day, the race by itself, I would bet him to win just to take a shot. Maybe take him underneath Fierceness. in an exacta box. I think if I was betting the pick 5 sequence and I was live to this race, this is a sweet spot to have built your ticket around, okay, I'm going to leave my ticket for 2 horses at the end. Fierceness, because he makes the most sense, probably be 8-5, 9-5 when the race goes off. And then a horse like this in post time that is going to get you 10x whatever the payout for Fierceness is going to be in the pick 5. So a ton of fun if you want to build your card, your bet around that.
I like your angle. So what I'm going to do is going to bet 2 $10 tries and put post time in the 3rd slot, because I think the 2 horses that ran 1-2 in the Breeders' Cup just might outclass. It is Saratoga. And can I say that these horses are completely ready for this race? I don't really think so. I'm not sure anybody else is really ready for this race other than Mind Frame, and they scratched it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Correct. He would have been the prohibitive favorite.
I like your horse running 3rd shot. I bet 2 $10 tries and put him in the 3rd behind the 2 big boys.
I like it.
But I like your pick because it's fun and it's kind of creative. It's got a creative look, you know? And look, Josh, 62 degrees the low, 77 the high.
Perfect.
Does that sound like paradise? You and I should get in the car and ride up there.
I know.
I
what
mean,
the
this
frig?
is incredible. You know what kind of day that's going to be?
It's going to be diamonds.
It's going to be a day where, you won't even have sweat on your body.
I know.
You won't need no deodorant or nothing. You'll be eating cheese fries there'll be cheese fries in your beard, bro.
Mm-hmm. It'll just be one of those days where you stay hydrated, but you can have a lot of snacks. And that's a great day because as of recently, the thought of eating food at the racetrack at 93 degrees is just like, is it a water ice? If not, I think I'm good. But
even the water ice was melted. I had a water ice last night.
Puddled up?
Said, give me a double dip. They didn't even give me one. The thing was dripping my fingers. I had to go to the men's room to wash my hands. And it was one dip about that big for $19. I don't know what it was.
The damn food at Saratoga, man. It's just it's just so expensive, and it's just not.
They should have a chili cook-off. Remember $5? We ate like kings.
Yeah, we did, man.
Sausage and peppers used to be a little bit better.
Sausage at S&P used to be solid. The chili cook-off was a staple of our summer.
We go there to play. We'll bring our food in if that's the way to.
That's true. That's actually not a bad idea. We should bring hoagies.
Bring Hogolinis?
We never do that, though.
Yeah, well, maybe Chris should do that.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. All right, well, listen. That is the Whitney Stakes 2025 Grade 1 $1 million race. A really, really fun race. If Fierceness brings his absolute best, probably win. If he doesn't, I think there's 3 other horses that could win. So we'll see a really, really fun sequence, some great turf racing. We'll see some European horses come over and challenge the Americans. Best of luck to everybody this weekend. Best of luck with your tickets. Any send-off here?
Hey, if anybody's going to be at the track, enjoy it. It could be one of the best summer days at Saratoga. 62 to 77. Can you believe it? It's been 97 most of the week.
It has.
It has. My gosh. But you know what? It's a good sequence. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I think a couple of the races are open, and I don't know why I think that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there could be room for a couple sneaky things to happen. A couple 6 or 8 to 1 shots.
Slide in the sequence.
I don't know. Maybe not in that sprint because Obliteration and Ewing, they just kind of ran.
Too good.
They ran.
Take
off.
Obliteration.
And then the other race, the test. I mean, I think Ragtime and Echo Sound.
Yeah.
I mean, they're running real good. They're moving up a little bit, but is there anybody in the race that can compete with them? Some of these races might go to form. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they might have the best long shot, but good luck, everybody. And always a pleasure to be with you. I mean, Saratoga, we got more racing coming.
See you next time.